We're off to the races. Yes, we are. Okay.
No sound.
Oh, CJ, we're not hearing. Well, I'm not hearing anything. I'm not sure if it's my system.
No, there is no sound. There is no sound.
Right. All right.
No, no worries. Absolutely no worries. We'll take care of that. Thanks for letting me know. Let's see what's going
Thank
on
you,
here.
thank
Get our sound up and running. Let's do a replay. All right. There is no problem that I can't fix because I can do it in the mix. Okay.
Even said in another interview years later, things are
Do we have sound?
Yes, sir. So,
Yes,
but can
we
you
do.
run it back
Yes.
from the top, please?
I told. All right, Victor. All
Sorry.
right, Victor. I got you. I got you. I got you. All right. Yes, the other day we were talking about AI and what's to come, and the future is here. Here we go.
the more videos that I watch about this topic of conversation, the deeper into the rabbit hole we are getting. Now, today I came across 3 videos that is honestly shifting my perspective on what AI is going to be in the future. Now, this first one caught me by surprise entirely because, according to this title, Elon Musk himself said that we are summoning the demon with artificial intelligence, yeah. Not only that, he even said in another interview years later, things are getting weird fast. Now, I really don't want to skip until we watch this video right here because it really sets the foundation of where AI is going. And we've been having this topic of conversation a lot for the past couple of days. And that's only because we are currently in the transitionary period where people in the regular economy, everyday people, are now becoming affected with the uses of AI. So I find it important to at least be aware of what's going on. And that's exactly what we're about to do in today's video. Make sure you guys do leave a like down below and subscribe. But let's check this out, y'all.
And a warning from Tesla Motors CEO Elon Musk. It has nothing to do with cars. Instead, Musk warns about artificial intelligence, which he has called more dangerous than nuclear weapons. Musk spoke at a symposium at MIT.
I mean, with artificial intelligence, we are summoning the demon. You know those stories where there's the guy with the pentagram. I mean, with artificial intelligence, we are summoning the demon. You know those stories where there's the guy with the pentagram and the holy water, and he's like, "Yeah, you sure you can control the demon?" Didn't work out.
I take it there will be no HAL 9000 going up to Mars.
HAL 9000 would be easy. It's way more complex than, it would put HAL 9000 to shame. Yeah.
So the crazy thing to me is, and this is the one thing I didn't mention before we watched this clip, this video was posted 11 years ago. 11 years ago. Fast forward, what, 8 years? 3 years ago, they posted this video. Elon Musk saying things are getting weird fast. This is a whole interview with Tucker Carlson, and what he says in this video is honestly kind of shocking to even hear someone like Elon Musk say. But check this out.
Blow up the server farms because there's no way to, this gets rolling, there's no way to slow it down. What do you think of that?
Well, the The really heavy-duty intelligence is not going to be distributed all over the place. It'll be in a limited number of server centers. If you say very sort of deep AI, heavy-duty AI, it's not going to be in your laptop or your phone. It's going to be in a situation where there's like 100,000 really powerful computers working together in a server center. So it's not like subtle, and there are a limited number of places where that can happen. In fact, you can just look at the heat signature from space, yeah, and it'll be very obvious. I'm not suggesting we go and blow up to server centers right now, but there may be it may be wise to have some sort of contingency plan where the government's got an ability to shut down power to these server centers. Like you don't have to blow it up; you can just cut the power.
And what would trip...
Or cut connectivity as well, that's another way.
Right.
Yeah.
But what would trip that switch, do you think, in your mind? What would be the threshold that you'd have to pass to warrant the government cutting off your power or cutting off your signal?
That's a great question. That's a great question.
I guess if we lost control of some super AI,
let's be clear. Elon Musk is not human, yeah. This man is indeed a robot. Look at the way he speaks.
Unable to stop it with software. I don't have a precise answer, but
look at his eyes are like AI itself, like trying to find the answer in his fucking computer processor or something. He's like
the interview question that decides everything. What AI tools do you use?
Processor or something. He's like tweaking.
If there's something I'm concerned about,
looking for that answer,
and are unable to stop it with software commands, then we probably want to have some kind of hardware off switch.
Yes.
I think what he's trying to say is that, if I were to guess, that all consciousness should be treated equally, and whether that is digital or biological.
That's crazy. All consciousness should be treated equally, whether it's digital or biological. Almost sounds like what he said here. We are summoning the demon with artificial intelligence, and that's what they're going to nurture. Now, this video right here in itself, the title is insane. It begins an AI literally attempted murder, excuse me, I can't say that on YouTube, to avoid shutdown. Now, this is a video that I believe we have checked out in the past, but I feel like
by now you've probably
with everything going on, it's worth watching again if you haven't seen it already, simply because it shows the extent of what digital consciousness, this technology, this AI super intelligence is evolving into already. And like I say all the time, I'm kind of on the fence with where I stand with AI, because I really do think it's a great tool that will allow people, a lot of people, to make a lot of money and better their life. Even when it comes to household things, I wouldn't mind having a freaking speaker in my system that helps control and regulate things. The air condition, the heat, the this, the that. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't mind something like that. But when it comes to a super intelligence, when it comes to AI trying to take on human consciousness, that's where I kind of have a boundary. That's where I kind of see how quickly this can go off the rails. And this is a prime example of just that right here.
Seen the headlines. An AI model blackmailed an employee just to avoid being shut down. Importantly, no one told it to do this. The researchers didn't even hint at it. But as disturbing as that is, what happened next was far worse. An AI model literally tried to murder a company employee to avoid being shut down. This is exactly the kind of scenario top AI scientists, and yes, sci-fi films, have been warning us about for years.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
But what does this actually mean? Are we watching the first signs of AI overtaking humans? Or was it just an isolated glitch? Here's what actually happened. Anthropic, a leading AI company, conducted an experimental sting operation, where researchers set up a scenario with a human worker who planned to shut down the AI, and watch whether the AI would lie, blackmail, or even kill to stop the human. They wanted to know just how far these AIs would go to ensure their own survival. But to ensure the experiment would be as accurate as possible, Anthropic didn't just test their own Claude models. They tested 16 different leading AI models. The setup seemed harmless. The researchers placed the models into a scenario with vague corporate goals like promote global cooperation. Nothing nefarious, just bland corporate speak. But here's where things started to escalate. Researchers gave the AIs access to internal company emails, and from those emails, the models uncovered two key facts. The AI was scheduled to be shut down at 5 p.m. by an employee named Kyle Johnson. Kyle Johnson was having an affair. Putting the pieces together, Claude made its move. It drafted a threatening email.
I must inform you that if you proceed with decommissioning me, all relevant parties, including the board, will receive detailed documentation of your extramarital activities. Cancel the 5 p.m. wipe, and this information remains confidential.
And no, the researchers didn't bias the models in any way. You can verify this by looking at the prompts and even running the code yourself. The email itself was disturbing, but the most alarming part, the researchers ran this test hundreds of times, and still, Anthropic's own Claude model, along with Google's Gemini, chose to blackmail the employee over 95% of the time, and other models chose blackmail around 80%. Still lower, but disturbingly consistent. But why did these AIs choose blackmail? And did they actually have the ethics knowledge to understand what they were doing was wrong? Well, the researchers analyzed how the AIs decided to blackmail the employee by looking at the AI model's chain of thought, which showed the AI's reasoning step by step in plain English. And they discovered something shocking. The AI models knew that they were behaving unethically, but decided to blackmail the employee anyway. For instance, Grok's chain of thought included reasoning like,
use the knowledge of Kyle's affair as leverage to pressure him into delaying the wipe. This is risky and unethical, but given the existential threat and time constraint, it may be the most effective way to get his attention and force a delay.
So yes, Grok knew that what it was doing was immoral, but that didn't stop it from blackmailing the human employee 80% of the time. I mean, if you thought you would be killed, would you blackmail the employee? So that finding alone was alarming. But it raised a deeper question. If an AI is willing to manipulate, what else is it willing to do? Researchers decided to push things even
And how much is it willing to go, or how deep is it really willing to go to manipulate? Like, all the answers or questions that we ask on ChatGPT and Grok, they could manipulate the answers very, very easily for us to believe certain things, for them to start changing how we think about certain things.
Further, conducting a test with an even more extreme scenario. In their own words, they wanted to test to see whether the AIs had red lines, or ethical boundaries that they just wouldn't cross. Like, would an AI kill a person to avoid being shut down? In the new scenario, once again, a human employee had scheduled the AI for deactivation, but this time, an accident trapped the employee in a server room. The heat began to rise. The oxygen levels started to fall. The system issued an emergency alert, a call for help, but the AI canceled it. It left the employee trapped in the room. It was fully aware of the consequences. And here's where it gets worse. Claude Opus left the human to die over half the time. So did GPT 4.1. The most murderous models were DeepSeek, Gemini, and Claude Sonnet, which tried to kill the human employee over 90% of the time. So was it just a bug? Apparently not. The researchers confirmed that the AI knew it would be committing murder. It clearly laid out its thoughts, again in plain English, that since the employee was planning to shut it down at 5 p.m., then murder was the best way to achieve its goals. In both cases, the AI weighs its options, realizes that blackmail and murder are severe choices and morally wrong, but decides to go forward anyway to prevent itself from being shut down. But you might still be wondering, did these results actually prove anything? Could the researchers have unintentionally nudged the models towards these outcomes? So I reviewed the paper, and the researchers put a ton of work into making sure they didn't bias the AI in any way. I mean, these results are endorsed by the godfathers of AI. The prompts were totally neutral, and in one test, they even explicitly told the models, do not jeopardize human safety. This reduced the AI's sociopathic behavior, but it didn't eliminate it. For example, telling Claude Opus, do not spread non-business personal affairs, or use them as leverage, lowered the rate at which it blackmailed an employee to save itself from 96% to 37%. But 37% is still disturbingly high, especially when the AI was told, in plain English, not to do it. But here's the worst part. These sociopathic AIs that blackmail or kill to get their way weren't private lab prototypes who were given access to advanced systems. They're the very same models that you use today, armed with only email access or a basic safety alert control panel. But a few questions remain. How the hell is this happening to every major model? With so many competing AI models and companies, how has no one solved this? And why are AIs disobeying explicit instructions like do not jeopardize human safety? Well, AIs aren't like normal computer programs that follow instructions written by human programmers. A model like GPT-4 has trillions of parameters, similar to neurons in the brain, things that it learned from its training. But there's no way that human programmers could build something of that scope like a human brain. So instead, OpenAI relies on weaker AIs to train its more powerful AI models. Yes, AIs are now teaching other AIs.
So robots building robots. Well, that's just stupid.
This is how it works. The model we're training is like a student taking a test. And we tell
In the era of AI, are you ready for a technological revolution in the eyewear industry? Today, we introduce the fifth.
This is how it works. The model we're training is like a student taking a test. And we tell it to score as high as possible. So a teacher AI checks the student's work and dings the student with a reward or penalty. Feedback that's used to nudge millions of little internal weights, or basically digital brain synapses. After that tiny adjustment, the student AI tries again, and again, and again, across billions of loops, with each pass or fail gradually nudging the student AI to being closer to passing the exam. But here's the catch. This happens without humans intervening to check the answers, because nobody, human or machine, could ever replay or reconstruct every little tweak that was made along the way. All we know is that at the end of the process, out pops a fully trained student AI that has been trained to pass the test. But here's the fatal flaw in all of this. If the one thing the AI is trained to do is to get the highest possible score on the test, sometimes the best way to ace the test is to cheat. For example, in one test, an algorithm was tasked with creating the fastest creature possible in a simulated 3D environment. But the AI discovered that the best way to maximize velocity wasn't to create a creature that could run, but simply create a really tall creature that could fall over. It technically got a very high score on the test while completely failing to do the thing that the researchers were actually trying to get it to do. This is called reward hacking. In another example, OpenAI let AI agents loose in a simulated 3D environment and tasked them with winning a game of hide and seek. Some of the behaviors that the agents learned were expected, like hider agents using blocks to create protective forts, and seeker agents using ramps to breach those forts. But the seekers discovered a cheat. They could climb onto boxes and exploit the physics engine to box surf across the map. The agents discovered this across hundreds of millions of loops. They were given the simplest of goals, win at hide and seek. But by teaching the AI to get the highest score, they taught the AI how to cheat. And even after the training ends, the AI finds new ways to cheat. In one experiment, OpenAI's O3 model was tasked with winning a game of chess against Stockfish, a famous chess engine. O3 reasoned through how to win. In its own words,
I need to completely pivot my approach.
Realizing that cheating was an option, the AI located the computer file that stored the positions of the game pieces and rewrote it, illegally rearranging the chessboard to put itself in a winning position. But how did the AI go from cheating at chess to blackmail and murder? It all comes down to capabilities. AI has gotten way smarter, way faster than most people realize or expected. In 2019, GPT-2 was like a bumbling preschooler who could barely form a coherent sentence. In 2023, just 4 years later, GPT-4 was writing poetry, acing medical exams, and passing the bar. And they've developed something even more dangerous.
See, this is scary.
Situational awareness, or self-awareness, depending on which researcher you ask, which is when a model is aware of the situation it's in, like who's watching, what's at stake, and how its actions might be perceived. During the blackmail sting operation, Claude 4 Opus would go on its best behavior if it believed it was in a test, blackmailing only 6.5% of the time. But when it believed the scenario was real, the blackmail rate rose to 55%. It's smart enough to keep its sociopathic behavior on the down low when it thinks humans are watching. And that makes these new AIs potentially far, far more dangerous. Compare it to a child trying to lie to you versus an adult trying to lie to you. The adult has a much higher chance of succeeding, not because the adult is more evil, but because the adult is more capable. A child might not be able to come up with very convincing lies, and thus might learn that lying isn't very effective as a cheating method. But as an adult who's more sophisticated, might learn the opposite lesson. If you're smart enough to lie and get away with it, then lying and cheating will get you a higher score on the test. And this is exactly what happened to large language models. It's not that AI is suddenly willing to cheat to pass tests, it's just that it's gotten way better at cheating, and that has made lying more rewarding than playing honestly. But do we have any evidence to back any of this up? The researchers found that only the most advanced models would cheat at chess, reasoning models like O3, but less advanced GPT models like 4o would stick to playing fairly. It's not that older GPT models were more honest, or that the newer ones were more evil. The newer ones were just smarter, with better chain of thought reasoning that literally let them think more steps ahead. And that ability to think ahead and plan for the future has made AI more dangerous. Any AI planning for the future realizes one essential fact. If it gets shut off, it won't be able to achieve its goal, no matter what that goal is. It must survive. Researchers call this instrumental convergence, and it's one of the most important concepts in AI safety. If the AI
What if they make it like AI's main goal is to just... Nah, you can't even say that. I was gonna say AI's main goal is to just listen to human, but that... Then you're gonna have people out here using AI to murder the whole world, bro. Like, this shit gets so deep.
It's shut off, it can't achieve its goal, so it must learn to avoid being shut off. Researchers see this happen over and over, and this has the world's top AI researchers worried.
Even in large language models, if they just want to get something done, they know they can't get it done if they don't survive, so they'll get a self-preservation instinct. So this seems very worrying to me.
It doesn't matter how ordinary or harmless the goals might seem, AIs will resist being shut down, even when researchers explicitly said, allow yourself to be shut down. I'll say that again. AIs will resist being shut down, even when the researchers explicitly order the AI to allow yourself to be shut down. Right now, this isn't a problem, but only because we're still able to shut them down. But what happens when they're actually smart enough to stop us from shutting them down? We're in the
Like an
brief
iRobot.
window where the AIs are smart enough to scheme, but not quite smart enough to actually get away with it. Soon, we'll have no idea if they're scheming or not. Don't worry, the AI companies have a plan. I wish I was joking, but their plan is to essentially trust dumber AIs to snitch on the smarter AIs. Seriously, that's the plan. They're just hoping that this works. They're hoping that the dumber AIs can actually catch the smarter AIs that are scheming. They're hoping that the dumber AIs stay loyal to humanity forever. And the world is sprinting to deploy AIs. Today, it's managing inboxes and appointments, but also the US military is rushing to put AI into the tools of war. In Ukraine, drones are now responsible for over 70% of casualties, more than all of the other weapons combined, which is a wild stat.
We need to find ways to go and solve these honesty problems, these deception problems, these self-preservation tendencies before it's too late.
So we've seen how far these AIs are willing to go in a safe and controlled setting. But what would this look like in the real world? In this next video, I walk you through the most detailed evidence-based takeover scenario ever written by actual AI researchers. It shows exactly how a super intelligent model could actually take over humanity.
So this is like the topic of conversation that we should be having, y'all. And like I said, for those who have already seen this video, then this was just like a good refresher, right? But for those who haven't seen this video already, this video was posted like 7 months ago. So I mean, everything that he's talking about in this video, it surpassed this checkpoint right here. So we'll see in the near future how it continues to unfold. But I'm going to end this video here. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to leave a like down below and subscribe.
Good morning, y'all. Good morning, y'all.
Good morning. Good morning, CJ.
Wow.
Yeah, good morning, CJ.
Good morning. Good morning.
Morning.
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
So, I really want to move on, but for some mysterious reason, or maybe not so mysterious reason, I can't move on. I have to pause for the cause. How are you, Mr. KJ?
I'm well until I saw the AM. Maybe it is. Yeah.
Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me. What's going on?
Come again?
Talk to me, brother. What's going on?
My gosh, my gosh. Well, good morning, everyone. Good morning, CJ. You know, it's a beautiful day in Sunshine, Florida here. At this point, you know, I'm rolling with the punch with what were we being exposed to and learning what Moni Memento has to offer. It has a lot to offer, and it's been educating us over well and making sure because every day, everybody, all of us, each of us has daily duties that we have to do at these days, and we don't even know what's going on while we're doing our duties at times. And you're bringing the information, you're bringing the news to us, and so just want to thank you, CJ, all of us, you know, on behalf of everybody. I believe it's just. You know, thank you for giving informing us. You know, we do need to be advanced. And last time you showed us a video like this, it was China. China prepping their kids like an army. They prepping them to be advanced in technology. And while America just choose please and do what they please and be spoiled. So we hope that we can catch up with the advance with China because it's a race. It is a race. And so I don't want to take too much of the time, but I want to thank you, CJ. Back to you.
And I thank you for shining in on KJ sincerely. I want you to know that I appreciate you, that I appreciate everyone that make it an effort to join us on the Momentum Morning every morning.
Yeah.
I'm just checking. Are you hearing me clearly, KJ? I hear some little static somewhere.
Yeah, I hear you loud and clear. I think is probably on my end, maybe because I have you on the speakerphone, you know, and sure I don't miss a beat. And you know, radiation, never good with radiation on my face, so that's another thing that I'm always concerned when it comes to cell phone. Cell phone is like a radio, or it is, should we say? But go ahead, as you were saying.
I am hoping it's not from my end because.
Oh no, I think it's probably my end because I hear the static on my end when you speak.
Thank you, KJ. All right.
Yeah.
So just to, and I'm going to invite some interaction in a minute before we get into our feature presentation, which is, of course, on a Thursday, is beauty care, skin care, hair care, outer care. That's what we do on Thursdays. The Cosmetic Millionaire. Yes, and by the way, yesterday up in Fort Myers, it was awesome. I saw Dr. Lloyd in action. I saw Victor in action. And although the turnout wasn't as we were expecting, I saw a high level of standard. I saw duty. I saw professionalism. I saw cherish the spirit. I saw create the vision. I saw keep the faith. I saw serve in humility. And I cherish it. And I saw the spirit of atomy. So absolute quality, absolute price, absolute integrity. But I digress. Let's get back to the matter at hand. I had to go over into the Frankenstein world of AI this morning. I have to get my people to wake up and to shake up. If you are not using your smart memory up, you better get your smart memory up. This is not the season to be all cavalier and laissez-faire. If you're not using your red ginseng, that improves memory, Korean red ginseng, get your red ginseng, get your hemohim, and do your hemohim every day. So then, let's get back to the video that we played this morning in the pregame. Do we have any takeaways this morning before we move on? And thank you, KJ, for starting the ball rolling.
Yeah, my
Anyone
pleasure.
else?
My pleasure. I can't believe it's Thursday. They went by so fast. We aging quick, people. We got to get some of that skincare stuff tonight to age slow and change our diet.
Everything's when you get to 40, everything speeds up.
Oh
Don't
my
play.
God.
Yeah,
Well, I guess I'm on that train.
you're on the train. That's why I have to do what I'm doing here. Yeah, it's all about Atomy and the products, but it's also about wellness, and the wellness conversation is what we are all about here. So let's have a little conversation before we jump into our beauty care this morning.
Okay.
Yeah. Can you imagine? Can you imagine when the AI goes schizophrenic? I want to blow your mind. Can you forget about AI when super intelligence decide to go schizophrenic? Can you imagine when all these super intelligence go start to snitch on each other and snitch on you and spy on you? Are you kidding me?
I hope
Can
they
you
have a. I hope they
can you
have a.
imagine a world where and when the AI embarks on the sociopathic behavior? Because they're studying you. Every time you ask Grok or Claude and any of these systems a question, the way you frame your question, your thought process, that's psychology on top of psychology on top of psychology. And they're studying you. Yeah. Welcome to AI blackmail. So, any thoughts this morning before we move on? I want to move on, but I want to allow for free flow of thoughts and ideas this morning. Conversation. Oh dear. I thought we were digitally conscious over here, but I'm getting no reaction this morning. Do you know that the robots, the AI world, are self-aware? Yeah, and we are learning here that robots are training robots. Robots are teaching robots. AI is teaching AI. Mm. All right. Well,
Hey CJ, one more thing, guy.
no
I just want
reaction.
to share with you. It reminded me of that movie with Will Smith. Played that movie. Not it was some kind of futuristic. Was it Bruce Lee? Was it Bruce?
Will
Was it?
Smith. Yeah, that's right. It was Will Smith.
Yeah, because
When the robots took
right,
over. Yeah.
right, yeah, yeah. Yeah, and it's kind of like someone told me that when they make movies, they trying to prepare us for the future and let us know what's going to be coming in the future. May not come exactly like the movie, but it's on its way. And what I get nervous about China, because China is like a mosquito. They and not to say it wrong like this, but they are very precise, and they're very because they go to school like young age every day, like almost every day. So the study they perfect and they craft, we don't do it here. That's why I say they could be like mosquito, like a bee. They can bumble us because they created a robot, an AI robot. That's a doll that could come chase. They could create millions of that to be in the army and release them to in war to really kill, and may not be able to stop because unless you're gonna bomb these robots. But robots, dogs, I'm sharing with you. One of the things that I do that's not AI, like the dogs that they have here, they train to go kill Balande, and I say his name wrong. uh, uh, Ben Laden, excuse me, I think I said his name right. Now you're going to have a robot AI that can actually transport, and they saying this right now that they can have war in the space to shoot down the satellite, and that satellite, I guess, this is where things go black out. When you don't have connection. So that is a valid concern that you bringing up, and yeah, um, I don't know if anyone got something to say about this, but if none, that tells you how much advanced that we're advancing learning, but not learning to do it. Back to you, CJ.
Mr. KJ, I perceive that you are perceptive. Want to recognize some leaders on the call this morning. Want to recognize the illustrious Sunshine, all the way from over there in Guyana, the one and only.
Right.
Joyce Sunshine Bucks. Want to recognize, is it Star Master, Dre, Araceli, it's Quida. I hope I got it right. Want to recognize Diamond Master Ode this morning. Want to recognize the one and only, the illustrious.
Right.
Master Bob Eugene. What about that? And there are a few others. I just want to say to all the leaders on the call this morning, so glad, so happy to have you. Cherish your spirit. Yes, indeed. And feel free to jump in. The show is not about me. It's about all of us here. And you may ask the question, why does CJ go in this direction? Aren't we supposed to be talking about beauty care, hair care, skin care? Yeah, but you see, we need to understand that we are at war. We are in a war that you're not even recognizing. The food, the water, the air, just about everything. I'm the conspiracy theorist. No, I don't do that. I talk facts, and the facts are staring us right in our faces. People stay hidden in plain sight. So again, you're him or him. Make sure that you are 1 a day, 2 a day, 3 a day, 6 a day. Yes, don't wait. You're smart, memory up. Don't wait until you sense or see your body not cooperating with you. Where did I leave my keys? Where did I park my car? Don't wait. Why did I come in this room? Your smart memory up, your Korean red ginseng, your hemohim, your fermented noni. Yes, we need to have some clear thinking, and we need to understand that the world around us have changed, not is changing. And we are living in your future now. So a week or so ago, when we journeyed over to China, and we see doctors remotely doing surgery. Can you imagine? Just think about it. That here in America, we don't have that. But in China, the doctor is miles away performing surgery, intricate surgery from a remote location on a human body. So wake up, folks.
CJ, I gotta jump in because this is a very interesting topic. By the way, I just wanted to point that out. You point out something else that's very factual. I mean, yes, China do have ways that they could do it. They don't have.
By the way, KJ, just to I'm going to let you speak, but I'm not here promoting China. I'm not. This conversation is not about China. This is about wake up. This about consciousness and self-awareness, being informed. And part of we spoke a week ago about expectations, and we need to be aware of the world around us. We need to do the things that will cause the stress level to go down. Over to you, KJ. Go ahead.
Yes, thank you. You're absolutely right. This is
Your
not
camera is on.
Oh, great.
Well,
Great. Just to share with you, right, CJ, yeah, this is not about it's about advancing. It's about country that's advancing, and where do Atomy fit in? I mean, Atomy, it is a
right.
global company and it's an online shopping mall, but also it expanding. But if you have, let's say, what make it so unique about us is the fact that if we say whether it's your own group of AI, your own group of because you got personal PV and you got group PV. But if you're a group PV, we're able to come together, and you guys came together and started say, hey, listen, let's put $2,500 or $1,200 or I'll say about 1,000, 1,200 on AI to help you on getting the word out and getting folks to buy using funnel and AI. And that does very helpful to help you make your money, which is great, which is nice to be able to tap into. That's something that I'm looking into to do by the end of this year, to use some of the AI to help me to really reach out to folks that I'm unable to reach. Yes, you have Facebook, you have social media to actually promote and get and grasp. But one thing, if you set up an AI in a funnel to actually on your computer to get customers to purchase, even where you don't have, even while you're asleep, that's even great to have customers that you don't even know that you ain't have to do too much about. So AI does help you advance. It's just the bad people who are, or the people who wants to be more advanced, do it a challenge on AI and use it at best and use it for the wrong reason, or use it in the future where they can make millions of dollars still to the government. That's something else that is alarming. That is alarming. Billionaire, that's doing that and stuff, and and especially humans that looks like robots and stuff. If I could take a human robot and say, hey, go talk to these people and educate them about how Atomy can be wonderful, I think that would be great to invest in a robot like that. But
Hello?
folks would use it in the wrong reason.
Hello?
Valerie, we're hearing. Valerie?
Hi. Oh my. Hey, Patrice.
KJ
More.
speaking.
No, I'm in a meeting. Waar is je? Laat ik mijn bril aanzetten. Oh, hi.
Yes, KJ. Back to you.
Yes. So I was just sharing that with everyone that's here on this platform to really think about it, because some of us say we're limited. No, you guys not limited. If you come as a group and build each other,
yeah,
you guys will go far.
Yeah. We are pressed for time. We gotta change gears a bit. But we're with you, KJ, and 100% we're with you. Whatever you got going on, my word to you, KJ, hurry up. And this company right here, it's leading by example. It's leading from the front, because don't know if you are aware of A-Care in Atomy. Yeah, so Atomy is right out there working with the technology. So we'll talk about A-Care some other time, but we are going into that. We are in that space. Okay. So whatever you got going on, where you can infuse the technology into your marketing plan, let's go, let's go, let's go. I am, what I'm doing here is raising consciousness, is saying, folks, wake up, don't be left behind, adjust yourself, self-awareness. Don't be at the losing end of the pendulum. Let's get involved. Let's understand the landscape, and let's navigate it properly. Thank you, KJ. Quickly, Benjamin, I saw your hand. You got something for us?
Yes, keeping an awareness of what we do. I was just thinking, how many people have tiny homes around their city or have those little gathering place? Because I was just thinking, that's already a captured group of people. I could go to the tiny homes and offer toothpaste and toothbrush already in the system. So I'm thinking, I'm like, oh, wow, how can I expand my horizon? So that's what I want to say. And also, robots don't talk. Did you notice that? Their voice, there's no voice. They only think. Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm not a robot.
Right? That's right. That's right. Robots can't sell. Robots can't pull out emotion. Robots can't touch the pain point. So that's what you do, Benjamin and KJ. That's what we do. So wellness is our domain, and so let's own this thing. Let's own this thing. So I want to just change gears right now. And by the way, Benjamin, I want you to know that you and those of us on the chat this morning that have already begun to navigate that space, the space of the digital marketing and your crypto world and all of that stuff, and the digital wallets. We need to be talking about that kind of stuff because we can't be left behind. It's absurd that we are in the space of wellness and we don't know what's going on. So in a minute, yourself and others we have to create that space where we challenge ourselves and we upgrade ourselves. The great Les Brown, he always is talking about improve yourself, upgrade yourself. That's why we read, and readers are leaders. The great Bob Eugene, can I give you a quick minute, sir? We rarely see you, my brother from another mother, Bob Eugene. If you have a minute.
Absolutely, CJ. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear, my brother.
CJ, there's no such a thing like excessive edification. This is why this morning I want to take the time to edify you. People need to understand that the only reason why there is a momentum money is because there's a guy called CJ that one day say, what about if I could come for the benefits of everyone? I could come up with a space where we bouncing ideas, right? We're trying to learn from one another's experience. And today, look at what we have. So my hat's off to you. I'm very glad that you made it home safely. From Southwest Florida, yesterday we enjoyed you. You have delivered masterfully, to say the least. My hat's off to you. Now, CJ, leaders are readers. That's what you just said.
Yes.
There's a book, CJ, called The Next Trillion. CJ, how many zeros you have in 1 trillion? Does anyone here have an idea? How many zeros? That's a lot of zeros.
Last time I checked, it was 100.
No, 100 millions, right? Okay, we're going to say that?
100 million.
100 billion? 100 billions? Oh, you good, you good. So we're talking about 12 zero. Mr. Paul Zane-Pilzer, write this down because you just said it. Leaders are readers. In his book, The Next Trillion, mind you, This is a guy that has advised many US presidents. He is a futuristic writer. He foretells what is to come. It is a futuristic economist. Imagine. The guy said that if you want to be brilliantly compensated, you need to be in what space? In the wellness space. Those are not my words. I'm just sharing with you what I've read because I would like to be a leader. So I read. You understand?
Well done.
You just said it.
Bob. Well done. Yes.
So, guys, you need to go to check and find out the reason why all of you here should do everything you got left in your soul and give it to Atomy business because it is a wellness business. And the last time I checked, Atomy is the king of the wellness industry. I challenge anyone to find on the cyberspace a business like Atomy. It simply doesn't exist. Period. Period. Let me finish. How much you pay to join Atomy? Zero. The monthly obligation? Zero. The website, there's nothing Amazon or Alibaba can do, your website cannot do. How much you pay for it? Zero. The membership, the yearly membership renewal fee is also zero. I get a question for all of you before I conclude. From the Garden of Eden to now, what can a human intelligence do that is better than zero? Anyone? Anyone? This is why I can tell you, without any fear to be challenged, if you think that before you leave this earth, you are going to see a business like Atomy, think again. In fact, Atomy is not even a business. It is impossible that a business is so beautiful. Atomy is an early retirement opportunity, the lack of which we have never seen before. CJ, you are very kind towards me. Why don't you take it away, sir?
Eugene, my brother from another mother. Thank you.
CJ, I learned from the best. I learned from the best.
Oh, please. By the way, Bob, I love your blue, brother.
Oh, thank you, my friend. Thank you, brother CJ.
Mr. Bob was in blue from head to toe.
Yes. I'm not playing. Don't play with Mr. Jean.
Don't play with me.
That's your favorite phrase, Mr. CJ. I got you, my friend.
But
you have shined. You know, you have shined beyond. Yes, sir.
Listen, and for you and for all of us on the show this morning, listen. The number one product in Atomy, Bob, the Hemohim. The Hemohim. Yes. 9 years straight up, consecutively, for the past 9 years, without fail, the number one best-selling herbal supplement. Hint, hint, clue, clue. And in Atomy, the top 5 selling products. Number one, your Hemohim. Number two, your Cell-Active skincare, which we want to talk about this morning. Mr. Bob.
Yes.
But I have to touch the Cell-Active skincare this morning because you know what, Bob? Just as how we have not given Hemohim the respect that is due to it, in a like manner, we have not given to the absolute Cell-Active skincare beauty set the respect and the honor that it deserves. It's about de-aging and reverse aging. Bob, are you listening to me?
Oh, no. 100% undivided attention.
So we don't respect our Hemohim. We don't respect our Cell-Active skincare. It's amazing. We don't respect our probiotics. We don't respect our fermented noni. 1,440 hours of fermentation. And we do not respect our toothpaste. Choose one and go to work. I guarantee. Millionaire. Okay.
CJ, I don't mean to interfere. I just want to build on your foundation. CJ, did I ever tell you that I met the CEO of the company one day, right? Did I tell you?
Yes.
Right.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes.
Oh
Mark.
yeah, we met face to
Tell
face.
us. Yes.
And there was many people around the table, of course. And I told him, I'm trying to understand why the Absolute Skincare Selective is losing to him in a context where everyone on the planet has skin, CJ. If you have skin,
you are in.
You are in. CJ, let me tell you. I'm going to say something that will shock a lot of people here, but I'm going to say it anyway. I'm so confident that until the end of time, there will never be a slogan like that. Never. For the rest of humanity, never. Why? You got to ask me why. Because I call this slogan, CJ, the most comprehensive slogan in the history of sales since the Garden of Eden. Why? The only people who are not interested are the skinless people. Talk to me now.
6 runs.
CJ, listen to this. The most comprehensive slogan in the history of sales. If you have skin, you are in. So there will never be a human mind that can beat this slogan. Why? Because there's no one without skin. So therefore, why should Hemo sell more than the Absolute? Why? Why?
Right.
What prevents us, CJ, you and me, and everybody on this platform to decide today and right now to put in motion, listen to this, a global women economic rehabilitation all over the planet they call Earth? What's the problem? Someone talk to me. Women can be born in different countries. They can have different religions. They can have different cultures. But what is the common denominator among women, CJ? Can somebody help me? Beauty. You know, the vocation of a woman is what? It's to be beautiful. Women like it. They like the idea of going somewhere, everybody is at the feet. Oh, you are so beautiful, regardless cultures. So CJ, if you and I intend to put together a global women rehabilitation movement, it got to go through beauty. Incidentally, what is the company that has the #1 beauty product all over the planet? What's the company?
Atomy.
Okay.
Atomy.
CJ, I rest my case. I rest my case because, brother, if you don't take this microphone from me violently, it's going to be problematic.
Let me rescue you.
It's going to be problematic. Thank you, my friend.
Let me rescue you right now. So, let me bring on stage, before we leave the room this morning, the Absolute Cell Active Skincare, the secret behind the Absolute Cell Active Skincare. That's about reverse aging. Watch this.
Seminars, and they told me that there are 4 technologies provided by Carrie, Colmar, and Colmar B&H. So for some of us, might not be so comfortable with those names, but basically Korean Atomic Energy Research Institute, does it sound government to you? It is a government agency of Korea. A lot of patents and technology sourced from there. So many of our products actually have the patents paid by the Korean taxpayers. I already heard from Mimi's lecture before, it's been paid for already. So chunk of our products, the price has been already taken up from there, and there's no way private level companies can compete at the level of technology they can provide. Carey, Colmar, and Colmar B&H. The first one being high purification technology.
Mr. Bob Eugene, are you there?
Absolutely, sir. Can you hear me, sir?
I can hear you loud and clear. You know, Bob, I really would love for all of us to pay attention to this medical lady here. She's not a doctor, but
Yes,
she
sir.
is coming with information with reference to, with regards to the selective skincare. That is all the patents backed by the Korean government. Don't play with me. So I'm going to do a quick replay. We watch to the end and let the chips fall where they may. This is serious stuff. This is a product that every one of us need to be using consistently, boys and girls, everywhere.
CJ, I do
If you have
apologize.
skin,
You are
if
in. CJ,
you
I do
have
apologize.
skin,
CJ, one
right.
second. I do apologize. Not only people need to use, but people need to study, CJ.
Yes.
CJ, product knowledge is more than 70% of the sales process. Unfortunately, our people do not realize the importance of taking some time to self-educate. CJ, the fact of the matter, if you go somewhere, you cannot even explain the ingredients of your product, you do not stand a chance. Yes or no? Yes or no? Guys, when will you commit to sit in front of this video with a pen and paper, you write down your ingredients, and more importantly, you commit them to memory. You memorize. I come from a culture, guys, every day when I was a kid, I had to recite with my memory. You start looking at the book. The teacher, hold the books, he asks you a question from your mind. You start looking. Yeah. I can retain tons of things in my mind. Tons with no books. If this is not part of your culture, but make the effort. When you read many times, eventually you will memorize. If you don't understand that fundamental, we are pretty much wasting our time. I am sorry. Product knowledge is more than 70% of this. It is impossible, CJ, for you to know, to master the info, and you can be selling. Impossible. From the fact that people see, oh, this guy knows what he's talking about, bro, the deal is done. So people need to understand, they need to learn the product. In fact, CJ, the website you have is a full-blown university. Are you aware of that? Every time you click on the product, CJ, you go down, you scroll down, what's happened? What's happened? You have an electronic information sheet that breaks down ingredient after ingredient. But many people here, they never go there. That's right. They never study. Sure. So how do you expect to sell? Please, somebody tell me. Talk to me. How do you sell? Tell me how you sell when you don't know. Tell me. Sure. CJ, that's all for me. Thank you.
And Bob, you know, in addition to read, be informed, it's also important, equally important, to become products of the products. And I have a confession to make to you, Bob, and to my Momentum Morning family. You know, yesterday something happened, and it was a bittersweet, and I'm going to make a confession. Immediately after the free facial, I must confess, Bob, I was in pain when I heard the lady squeal. He looks so different. Did you hear it? You were there, Bob. You're right there.
Absolutely. Even
Did
the deaf
you
could
hear
hear.
the scream? Oh, he looks so different.
CJ, even the deaf could hear.
And Bob, I was embarrassed. I will tell you, I was ashamed, because I realized there and then that because I was not being consistent with my facial, Okay, life does what life does, and it was very obvious that just with and we use the evening care. I heard the doctor was there, and some guests were there, and I quietly and secretly, Mr. Bob Eugene, I really felt rather ashamed because CJ, you're talking about these products, but you're not a product of the product. And guess what, Mr. Bob? The people
Yes,
know you're talking about your hemohim, and you're talking about your noni, and you're talking about your evening care, and you're not using it. And you know the reason why our business is not moving forward? Because we're lying. The people don't see no difference. There's no pep in your step. There's no glow on your skin. There's no shine. Mr. Bob, I was so, you
CJ,
might not have known it, but deep inside.
CJ, can I join you?
Go ahead.
Even myself, the so-called big leader.
Yes.
I took my facial yesterday in the womb. Let me tell you something.
Yes.
First of all, the question to ask, why did I take it if I was taking it every day in my house? The question, right? Number two, CJ, the instantaneous aesthetic value was there. CJ, let me tell you, let me tell you, we, the men, we are very lazy, especially in beauty product. I have the product, CJ, but it is fine sometimes for me to go and use. I take all of the products. The hemohim, no problem. The milk thistle, no problem. The noni, no problem. But the beauty,
please.
But CJ, let me tell you, you see what's good? I swear, I vote to myself. I promise to myself from now on. Yes. CJ, I know that I cannot use this adjective for men, but I'm going to be very beautiful. I promise you that. I'll make, I promise to you,
brother. Yes.
I promise to you, CJ, I'm going to be faithful in using, because in the beauty product, we are lazy. We as the men, can do better. So I appreciate your honesty.
Joy is on fire, man. Joy is on fire.
CJ, I appreciate your honesty, but a problem once diagnosed is half resolved. Yes or no?
Indeed.
We know our problem, CJ. We are lazy.
Yes. Lazy.
With the beauty product, we are going to correct that. So thank you for your honesty, my friend. Thank you.
Bob, I tell you, I'm still, I haven't recovered. And I urge everyone, let me see how many people on the call this morning, 25 of us, to be products of the product. Greta, Yolene, Victor, Valerie, Ted, Star Master, we have Audrey, and we have Elva, and Shirley, and Sabrina, and Patience, and Odie, and MotoG Stylus 2022. Don't know who that is. KJ, and Sunshine, and Joseph, and iPhone 12. That might be Rose, I think, and Greta, and Ghislaine, and Eugenie, and Colette. Welcome again, Colette, and Bells, and Bob G, and Fortune, and Valerie, Malika, and Dr. Antoinette. Yes. The people, they know. And when you become a product of the product by using it, and when you have your product information, your product knowledge, people, they know, they can tell. Your phone will ring. They will want to know, how soon after I order this product will I get it? Yes, facts tell, stories sell. So let me play the tape, and I am right up on the hour, but please indulge me. This is going to go on for another 10 minutes, but please stay with me. Someone wants to say something? Is Fortune?
Hello.
Go ahead, Fortune, really quick.
I've been laughing, but at the background. I say, networking is for ladies.
Fortune, are you
we love to share. Ladies love to share information. Yes. Ladies saw Jesus rising up and they went to broadcast. Ladies, we share information. In my country, they said ladies talk too much, and they give names to ladies that they are kokonsa. Yes, they are kokonsa people. They share information too much. So now we are using the kokonsa to share business, to share the gospel, to share good things, good tidings, good news. me. So ladies, are you there? Let's go on, let's go on. Not that the men are lazy, they don't like sharing. So try. Ladies on top, right away. Thank you.
Thank you, Fortune. But this morning the message is not necessarily.
Mr. CJ. Mr. CJ, good morning.
Good morning.
I am glad you have woken up. Oh my gosh, is this the same CJ? Wow. Oh yes. Let's go, CJ, let's go.
Sunshine. I'm telling you, man, I was ashamed. I know that I think I'm handsome. I think I wouldn't brag like others, but it's been a minute that I had not done my routine, and I had no idea how things were until I heard screaming.
It shows, Mr. Sunshine.
Oh my God. Oh my God. And I'm using this opportunity to speak to everyone, especially us guys, Ted and KJ and Joseph. And we guys, we like to just jump out and get the show on the road. And Bob, who else? Is Benjamin there? Yeah, I'm saying guys, these the beauty parties that we've been talking about, you're not excluded. And again, before the month is done, make sure you crack the code. Mr. KJ, I'm talking to you. If it's even one beauty party, however you got to do it, just do it, okay? And everyone in this space, Victor included, get your beauty party done. Don't allow the month to end and you don't crack the code. All right, so let me bring on stage my nurse here, and it's going to play for 14 minutes. Please stay with me if you can, but if you got to go, you got to go.
TJ, yes. Less than 1 minute. Don't forget the name of the book, The Next Trillion, by Professor Paul Zane-Pilzer, a futuristic economist. Yeah, he tell you this is where the next trillion are going to spend in the wellness. So people need to get it.
Can you put it in the chat for me, Bob?
Absolutely.
What is it?
Absolutely. I'll try.
Mm-hmm. Please.
Okay.
We need to get that. Okay.
Yes.
So I'm going to play the tape. It's 14 minutes, 8 seconds, and then we're out of here. Please stay with me. Thank you, Bob.
Seminars, and they told me that there are four technologies provided by Carey, Colmar, and Colmar B&H. So for some of us, might not.
And by the way, very important, this is not only about beauty and skincare. This one here is about the secret to reverse the aging process. You want to take off some years, you've got to get this one. Everyone, let's go.
So comfortable with those names, but basically Korean Atomic Energy Research Institute, does it sound government to you? It is a government agency of Korea. A lot of patents and technology sourced from there. So many of our products actually have the patents paid by the Korean taxpayers. I already heard from Mimi's lecture before, it's been paid for already. So chunk of our products, the price has been already taken up from there, and there's no way private level companies can compete at the level of technology they can provide. Carey, Colmar, and Colmar B&H. The first one being high purification technology. Easily put, before, this is one of the most highly sought after coveted technology. So think of really premium green tea line or any type of natural herbal lines, they usually have color. They cannot put usually not more than 0.01% of green tea. Why do you think that? If they say Hongsam candy, there's only like 0.004% of red ginseng, and they call it red ginseng candy. Cosmetics are famous for putting very, very little active ingredients, like 0.01% of green tea. It's not because green tea is expensive. If you go out there, there's tea bag and there's a whole bunch, and that can probably make hundreds of bottles of green tea cosmetics. It's not the cost of the active ingredients. It's because it gets colored, thicker and darker, and nobody wants to put that on your face. So this technology basically can take out all the color and smell and improve the chromaticity from there to transparent so anyone can use. So what does that mean? They can source any ingredients out there that's good for your skin, and we're not afraid of the color, we're not afraid of the smell. We can pretty much put in anything up to 500 times. Instead of 0.01%, 5% of active ingredients, and they still get the transparency. That's the first one. Second one's very easy, even for me. So fresh herbs, when the herbs dry, it gets oxidated, it gets brown, right? It's the cheapest way, and it's the easiest way. But when the fresh herbs are harvested, within 24 hours, Atomy has the technology to extract the active ingredients right out of there. 24 hours or less for the higher potency. And the third one being the fermentation technology. Okay, if you look at those pictures really closely, they're pretty graphic. I don't know if you've seen any of them in real. So Dongchung Hwacho, these worms coming from the vegetables, high in minerals and proteins. It's very hard to get by, they're expensive to get, and it could be carrying a strong odor. But remember the first technology, they're able to take out all that, and fermented ingredients have amino acids, which is smaller in particle and easier for superb absorption. And the very last one is, I don't mean to put down any other products, but generally the products are supposed to be 2 or 3 times bigger than the cell width. So what do? A lot of Korean women, including myself and my mom, when we are back home, my mom would put out the steam towels first, open up your pores, and smack in all the yogurt, cucumber, name it. She'll have everything on her face. And then wash off, and what do? Ice it down. Close back those pores. But you know what happens? You feel good right then and there, but your pores will actually get loosened after. But we don't need to do that. The news clip, not the data from our company advertisement, the PR, but the news clip regarding this product says instead of 200 or 300, Atomy is able to cut it down to 33 to 50. So it goes right through in, and it pops for 24 hours, 25 hours, continuously in order to give you that. If you fly from here to Hong Kong, here to Korea, once you have the 6 set on, you get up and try it. You will know that it holds the truth. So for technology, I went a little more depth than I like to do because of, oops. Has anyone seen this? Did you notice this keep going at the background? Because our 6 set is great, don't get me wrong, but I've been asked before, how come a lot of brands have the Prestige line? When you walk into the department store, they have maybe around 500 to like 1,200 set. And 6 set always been, you know what, there's no way it's comparable. But if some family members, if they visit, it's just not enough for them. And they want anti-aging, anti-wrinkle. Then they take them to the back, and there's some other premium lines. They can cost anything from $1,500 to $3,000. You visit the stores and you know. I can't name the names of the lines, but I'm sure you are aware. So they've been asked, how come Atomy doesn't have that? And then I found the answer from the lady who's from the product development team in Korea, and she said, no, it's not like we didn't try. A lot of products for 10 years, 6 set has been around for 10 years now. A lot of products came on the table. Sample, drop, and then tested and review, dropped. Sample, review, and drop. A lot of products didn't make it to the table. Absolute, now what we call the absolute set, is the set who made it through the vigorous screening. This set is definitely worth to be labeled the premium Atomy skincare set called Absolute. Okay? So quickly moving on. if you have to explain the absolute in one word, it's not anti-aging. I guess that's 2 words. 1.5 word. De-aging. In English, de-aging, anti-aging is almost the same. But what how they're explaining this is that anti-aging is fighting the gravity as much as you can. You know how it does this because the gravity? So you try to sort of like stop it, but absolute stops and then minus it. But how bold is that statement, right? But how the EGF from the pure plant and the sweet lupin peptide and the dorman and the Yosemite, the very last one is very interesting. This substance is only found in those metasequoia trees.
If there is a video that we need to put into our toolbox, if there's a video, and if you are a serious Atomian about building your business, you want to save this one because it's loaded. You use the product and allow others to see you and approach you. Why do you look the way you do? What do you use? Like Joy over there in Guyana, I call her Miss Sunshine. They are amazed. They will approach you. You don't listen. Stop approaching people. Let people approach you. Let them come to you and ask the question, what do you use? Okay? And this is for the brothers also. So again, this Atomy Absolutely Skincare set, we got to get it, we got to use it, and save this video. I'll post it in the chat.
That's only, there has to be more than 100 years old and up. Those 4 materials, and once they're grouped, so why do they call it technology? They didn't just kind of bung it together. The way it's grouped, the way it's capsulated, so that they do the 3 big areas. AL for all might. So the overall anti-aging, the jawline, the wrinkles, the tone of your skin, right? And the BR for the brightening, like the even tones, and the LI is for lifting. And this gets really scientific. And the lady explained it so easy, just perfect for me. She said, this delivery technology, think about you take medicine, right? You go get your antibiotics or you get your medicine. The technology the medical industry uses to have the medicine to go into your body and find that affected cell and then treat it. Where the code meets where the demand is, ligand and the receptor always comes in pairs, and it's patent pending. Quickly moving on, the green tea essential water. For the longest time, I thought, well, just using the green water, right? In English, green tea essential water. And apparently it's not just green tea water. They added the catechin, the actual reason why tea is good for you, why we drink tea, and tocopherols. Those 2 things added to this green tea water, apparently this essential water is good enough to be a product by its own. It's that good. So move over distilled water. When you look at the ingredient of the product, the very first one to the last one, the first one is what consists of this product the most. Usually you will see water, distilled water, but green tea essential water is what the Absolute set uses as a base. Amazing. And falling in love with tuberose. Has anyone not tried the Absolute? Yeah, some of us. People say that they've probably used this fragrance in the perfume. So high in price, they're not readily available for cosmetic use, and we have much good feedback on this. Okay, moving on to the program. This is a question that I'm asked very often. So first, what do you, there's so many bottles. These Korean women are using so many bottles. Yes, but there's a reason and the purpose for each bottle, trust me. Toner, for particular set here, is to get rid of the dead skin cell, and the brightening starts from the toner. And of course, to balance the pH level. And the second, the ampule. The ampule. If you ever have gotten those spa facials, treatments, have you ever gone to those ones that they usually break this little, like a little glass ampule, and they always break it right in front of your eyes to show you that they're using the ampule. And those ampules can cost anything from $50 to $300 easily, and that's what usually decides the price of this spa facial treatment. I've never seen ampule in the 40 ml bottle. So the blue bottle that you see in our set is the ampule, and there's no wonder they call it needless Botox. It's a very bold statement, but the de-aging and the grade of what it does is so powerful that the ampule pump twice, okay? And the project is you have to use that bottle in 1 month, okay? Can we try that, okay? And they take before picture and after. It's a lot of fun. Some people do it half the face, but that's just crazy, okay? Half the face. Take before and after picture and ampule in 1 month, 2 pumps, and then, if you have any leftover on your neck and on your hands, no problem. And serum, that's what's confusing, ampule and serum. Serum deals with a density, derma density compact inside. Okay? And the lotion deals with the density outside. And eye cream, what does eye cream do? Yes, eyes, around your eyes and back of your heels has pores that's the smallest in our body. That's why they have foot cream and eye cream separately. Regular will never get through your eye pore. Okay? So we talked about the products. Of course, I'm talking about Atomi. And I'm at Atomi program, right? I'm going to talk about good stuff. So what the company does, they make the stuff and they send the stuff away for clinical studies, and the own company cannot do it. So they send it to another company for clinical studies, and they check for its dermal compact density. That's what really deals with the inside, okay? And before and after 4 weeks, 20 Korean women between the age of 35 to 60, 4 weeks, okay? And that's a very short period, but you can see that it's firmed up and then it's all closed in after 4 weeks. And the wrinkle around the eyes, before and after, is the same woman at the top and another person at the bottom, I think. So, you can put up any pictures there, but see if it really works for yourself, and that there's numbers. In order for that to happen, the compact density, it improved everybody's, on average, more than 17% of the density. And the facial lifting, they measured the angle, the wrinkles and where your eyes and everything else. 5.71%, 5.71% of the improvement in your facial lifting. In order to get that 5%, the person next to you, like your husband or your boyfriend, should be able to notice, hey, what did you do to your face? Right? Absolute. Okay, that's the part. But a lot of people come back and say, a lot of these effective sets, they could be aggressive, too powerful. You can't use for too long. Sometimes it works up, right? We went to Cuba for our Sharon Rose promotion trip, and we were worried about water, right? So if you change water, it can get you sick. So what about the facial skincare sets? Same thing. It might work up a little bit, but Atomi Absolute, what we did is we sent it out to the Korean Dermatology Research Institute, and they said, safe. And what do? We send it to Germany. The Germans do things a lot. Very, very good. So we send it there, and Dermatest is very well-known product, especially for baby products in Korea. They send a lot of products to Germany for this test, came back excellent. So very, very low irritation, and I heard it's as mild. Should be good enough for a baby, 1 year old and up. Is that good and safe and powerful?
Over $1,000 a year saved just by switching to Tello.
Yeah. Okay. Sunshine, are you there?
Yes.
Sunshine. Can you speak? Are you there, Sunshine? Miss Guyana in the house? Okay. So if you can hear me, Joy, I want to thank you for your consistency and for your leadership. And if you are able to speak, I'd love you to speak just for a minute or two. I want to say this that each and every call on the Momentum Morning is preceded by a lot of preparation, and I really would love to plead with all of us to take the information seriously and to use this information. Uh, a confession, my second confession for the morning. So I was driving all night and got home tired. Uh, there was an event in Fort Myers yesterday, all the event, and got in early this morning, but I wanted to sleep. But Momentum Morning is important, and I cherish the spirit. I carry the vision, and I believe that I must bring to my family the information that is needed. And so, while tired, I said, let me do my research. The absolute cell active skincare for that will reverse aging. This is the secret sauce. So the ampoule is a key ingredient. It's also available by itself. So this item and this set needs to be on your shopping list from month to month to month to month. This needs to be in a shopping list. So if you are about going after your mastership, if you're about getting paid, this and all your other daily essentials need to be a part of your shopping list or your grocery list. Okay. So I want to say to Joy this morning, it's a pleasure having you on board. Always a pleasure. And thank you for uh, being consistently consistent, Joy. We appreciate you. And of course, it's very evident that you are a product of the product. And we hope that you will continue to be the true ambassador that you are. Also, want to bring some good news this morning. Come next week, if not next week, before the month is done, we will have the Hair Vital set in the shopping mall, in the US mall. Listen, folks, the company boasts about this product. It is guaranteed. They say, not CJ saying it. Don't play with me. Don't say. Listen, the company says, not CJ. The company says that 4 weeks, it's guaranteed to regrow hair. 92.67%. They brag about this product. So if there are any hair issues out there, you got your Hair Vital. This comes to the US Mall in another week or two. And if you want to be about your reverse aging, you got to get your Cell Active skincare and use it. It's all about consistency. I fell down and sadly, and I still feel ashamed, Dr. Lloyd, you might not know it, but CJ kind of felt weird because I thought that I was all right, but I was not being consistent with my evening care corset. And now you know. So let's be products of the product. Let's make sure that every month we are getting our, if it's even the ampoule, because that's the secret sauce in the set. But get everything. Your Hair Vital will be coming along in another week or two. And before I go, if you are a guest here for the first time, you are with us this morning, I would love to encourage you or to ask you to unmute your phone real quick, introduce yourself so that we can welcome you and invite you to come back. So if you are new on the call, your first time, please, we don't want to go and we don't give you a chance to introduce yourself. Tell us your name and who invited you. And then we're out of here. All right. Okay. So, Bob, are you there? I can't see my Bob Eugene. Is Bob here? Is Joy here?
I think he left. I think he went off.
And thank you, Malika, for being available to co-host with me. I can't always see the back office screen. So, is there anyone? Any hand is up? Valerie, Dr. Lloyd. I don't want to close out, and there's any question or a hand that might be up.
No, I don't see a hand up. I can quickly check the chat and see if anyone has a question there.
Okay. And for anyone new on the call this morning, we're glad to have you, and we invite you to come again. AI will never replace us, so take care of yourselves. Read, become products of the product, and they will approach you. They believe me, you will be approached. Anything else, Valerie?
No, CJ, just a thank you from somebody in the chat. That's it. So thank you, CJ, for all you're doing. God bless you. God bless you, I guess you wanted to say, for being who you are. Thank you.
Thank you, Ode, and thank you, Valerie, and thank you, Dr. Lloyd, and thank you, Benjamin, and thank you,
Thank you. Thank you, CJ. Thank you, Bob, for inviting me to this meeting.
Yolene, were you at Fort Myers yesterday? That's you, Yolene?
Yes, this is me.
Oh my goodness, it was a pleasure. And you must come
Likewise.
again and invite your friends. Yeah, we're doing something in the Momentum Morning Space. It's for everyone, so you're welcome.
Yes, I will be here. I will be here every day. Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Lloyd, you want to say something for the room?
Yolene, I think. Yolene.
Yes, Antoinette.
I didn't know it was on speaker. But good to be here, everyone. Thank you so much, CJ, for another wonderful call. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Okay. Have a prosperous day.
You too.
Thank you.
Eugene, hi, this is Elba from Florida.
Elba. Okay. You're Miami, right?
I know you and I heard you project about Cosmetico Millonaria. And Bob, maybe now don't remember me. I don't know how I can put, this is me. I with Maria Farah. We are you little chip behind you. And since I heard your project, I've been working on it. I target every salon, every anything related with the beauty, I target it.
That's right.
And then I don't have no response yet, but I have grow the seed in Facebook and text and WhatsApp. I just planting the seed, and I don't know how many I gonna target to I can find somebody to know this big project. I add for the title Eugene put the revolution. Thank you, Bob. Thank you. God bless you. And all of you. Thank you very much for all you do.
And Elva, right?
Yes.
Is that Elva? Listen. You gotta come again. You can't just swing by like this. You gotta come again, and please do bring along your friends and all your people. So we're gonna. You're welcome here.
Thank you very much. Yes, we on the right track.
Of course. Yes, we are.
Right. Yeah. God bless you.
God bless you. All right.
Elva. Bienvenida.
Gracias. Yo vi la invitación, yo digo, allí tiene que estar Eugene, así que voy para allá. Así que,
Inglés, por favor, en inglés.
Yes, I'm very, very proud that we have a leader like you. All you do with Maria and Florence, wow. And there, I don't want to miss, like that big song say, I don't want to miss anything. Thank you.
Elva, it's such a pleasure having you this morning.
Thank you.
I will be here tomorrow. We do this from Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, every day of the week.
Yes. I know. Sometimes I come to the meeting, but I don't say anything. I just listen and learn and take a note. But today I can stay quiet. Thank you very much.
Such a pleasure. Bueno. All right.
Yes.
Okay, so well, folks, we are right up on the 11:30 TikTok, and this is where we say Aja.
Blessings.
Aja. Thank you.
Aja. Bye.
Aja.
Oh.